So today we are finally, well, not finally, but changing the oil and spark plugs on the Camaro because we were going on a road trip. So better to get them done now than never. The car was washed yesterday, finished polishing the roof. So really I have to do wax, but I'll wash it and wax it when I get back home. So, but yeah, that's all we're doing today. Oil is draining right now. I mean, do I really need to show everybody how we remove drain plugs? Although I really wish I had a new seal gasket right there for this plug. But next oil change, I'll get a new one. Maybe even a new plug too. So, all right, moving on. So I was just wondering where my dog was. There he is. You ready to go for a ride or something? We ain't going for a ride, puppy. But you can keep guard of the car. All right, now we're on to the most fun part of the whole car. Any F-body owner, 4th gen specifically, knows this part sucks. Installing and removing spark plugs. Because those stupid logs cover everything up. So yeah, let's get this started. Oh, and in case you didn't know, yeah, only 2 of these can be removed from the top. The first one here and over there. Everything else on the bottom. So let's do the easy ones first and get that crap knocked out. Had to go borrow a spark plug tool, and I do believe we are just gonna go ahead and get to work. I will say this though, so that I didn't have to contort myself all the time. I do remember when I had my Camaro, the green 96, back in 2001, 2002, I had pace setter headers on them. And man, it did make changing the spark plugs a whole heck of a lot easier than using these stock logs that are on here, because you didn't have to contort yourself like this. But then also it doesn't help that I weigh and have little, I'm going to say I have more muscle mass on me, which I do, but it doesn't avoid the fact that I am a lot more heavier than I used to be. So yeah, there's also that. Well, this has been in there for a hot minute, as we can see. So it's a good thing they're getting replaced. Look like they might be even the originals. Who knows? Even though her paper says they were replaced, I'll have to recheck the mileage on them, because this is not looking like they were replaced. I don't know, maybe. Oh yeah, see, spark plug number 2 out of cylinder 3. Yeah, these things are, they've got to be originals. There's no way that these were replaced before. Number 1 and number 3. These are the 2 I can reach up top right now. It usually was 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2 I could reach from the front, but I guess I can reach 3 back here also. So yeah, I'm gonna have to relook at her paperwork, because holy crap, just wow. Yeah, anyway, all right, cylinder number 2 on the passenger, well, first cylinder number 2 on the passenger side isn't looking any better. I mean, on the inside they're looking great, where they were in the cylinder, looking clean and everything. I mean, on the outside it's just where they look like they've been, yeah, anyway. So what I'm going to be doing now is, since I've gotten the 3 that I can from the top, now it's time to go to the bottom, because I got to get cylinder number 3 from the bottom over here, and then 3 and 5, 2, 4 and no, I'm sorry, 4 and 6 from the bottom over here, and then we're done. And another thing I forgot was that along with the headers that I used to have on my Camaro, I also took out the AC system and all those components right there against the wall, the firewall. So that made it a heck of a lot easier to do all my spark plugs on my car. But this is going surprisingly fast, so that's good. Let's just make sure I didn't curse myself on that one. Look at all this crazy nice stuff. It's beautimous. Beautimous, I tell you. Look at all the oil. The soft lubricating chassis. Because it's a Florida car, it knows it keeps itself from rusting. It's got to do it, except it didn't do it to the spark plugs. So anyway, we got number 6 in. I just got to get it finger tight. I got my arm stuck. I feel kind of goofy. Some would say I'm not goofy though. You know, I'm really getting tired of looking for spark plug wires when they disappear after I replace the spark plugs. They really need to invent Bluetooth spark plugs. I mean, everything else is Bluetooth these days, right? Why can't they do it for spark plugs? I mean, it's only feasible. I mean, hasn't anybody seen the ad for the Bluetooth hose? And they're trying to just, you know, show how great it was when you gave it water and it expanded, but yet it wasn't connected to the house. I mean, can't we do that to spark plugs yet? It makes life simpler. I would say this contraption is dumb, but it's working, so it can't be too dumb. To a long extension, to a wobbly bit, to a shorter extension, into the actual spark plug wrench, socket, whatever. Yeah, I'm spending entirely too much time on just this one socket this one spark plug by itself. This one's tough. After taking longer than I will never admit, finally got number 4 out. So replace that one, and we've got one left. My gosh, that one's a headache. Check this out. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the last new one that I have in that spot, and then what I'm going to do is probably go ahead and take the second one out here and replace it to the front, since it's already, the car is already up, so that I can go ahead and replace the front one with the new one that I get here later on today. That way I don't have to jack the car back up and everything all over again. It is now tomorrow, and couldn't find a new spark plug for the one that was broken yesterday. Nobody had one in stock anywhere, so I will have to go ahead and order one, and that'll be in. But what I did end up doing was changing the number 3 cylinder out with the number 1 cylinder spark plug. So the only spark plug I have to change out now is the number 1 cylinder, because it has it has its original spark plug back in its place. So that way I don't have to jack the car back up and either replace the spark plug for cylinder 3 or cylinder 4, which cylinder 4 was the one I broke. So there's 5 new spark plugs in there. Yeah, cylinder 1 has its own cylinder back in it. This is 1, 3, and 5, 2, 4, and 6. Man, and we looked it up. It has been 50,000 miles since these have been replaced. Although it looks like it's a lot more than that. But 50,000 miles, man. 50,000 miles back in 2008, I think. Can't remember. It's been a minute since those spark plugs have been replaced. And it shows. So anyway, this is the end for that video. I am going to go ahead and not detail, but clean up the inside of the car, because I do not take road trips in a dirty car. So I got the coolest shirt ever on today. So other than that, that is it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all hopefully on Monday.